Other M, issue 26. Sonic meets up with an unhappy Fiona, calling her babe in a Casanova-like way, and she says that she knows something's different about him now because he's losing everyone's trust thanks to the hints that he's not the same person anymore. Why would they care though? He's still very competent. Fiona tells him out of nowhere that they won the war and he doesn't need to be a hero anymore. Sonic says that if he tells her the truth, he'll lose her and the twisted little world. The latter phrase should really make it obvious he's from another zone right away, just like every other hint of his. Fiona hugs him, showing loyalty to him, and promises that he'll never drive her away. That's ironic. He just thinks the truth instead of telling her, and just promises her with his hand on her cheek that he'll try to not be too wacky anymore. That's a promise you can keep, right? She naturally says that burying the matter won't fix it. He kisses her on the cheek and says that it just makes it easier to deal with. So we're just gonna bury that plot thread forever instead of wrapping it up. Sounds like typical Flynn fare to me. So the first 4 pages were completely pointless. Mighty explains that he found Sonic because one of the former rebels took pity on him after he asked nearly 100 others. Sonic is nice enough to apologize for all the hassle he had to go through when it wasn't his fault. Sonic tells Mighty that he wants to come along on his quest to Mercia, and for some reason Mighty's surprised at this when I thought he knew he would come with him all along. Sonic says that he has to because he's freaked out everybody. Fiona yells liar at him all of a sudden, calls him a pig, and scolds, "What's this about leaving me behind?" Her abandonment issues clearly kicking in. Sonic says that Fiona has already been fighting for so long and she'd just be giving up her surrogate family and home. She gives him a hug and says that it wouldn't be home without someone to spend it with, and all she's known is combat, so Momotropolis is just a memory to her now. They kiss, and Mighty says that he'll be outside the palace waiting for them in an hour after he gives his regards to the king. Again, it's especially heartwarming that he, ex-chaotic, is giving his regards to the king, and the king doesn't seem to hate him. Fiona kisses him again, and Sonic says he'll tell her the truth when he has it all figured out. That's a lie, because he never will, and he already does have it all figured out. She says that she'll give her regards to the king. Sonic says, calling her babe, that he'll see her then. An hour and 50 minutes later, Sonic at first complains, "The king certainly doesn't know how to drag out a goodbye." Only for the predictable to happen, as the rest of the freedom fighters are coming along with Sonic and Mighty to avoid missing out on the fun. Antoine says that for soldiers, peacetime is worse than death, and Bunny says Bean would have wanted them to do this. Mighty tells her to just call him Mighty from now on, and he's briefly insulted over a gift he has from a rebel that I can't see at all. Bunny at least says that they need to get along, and Mighty says that for the record, he never personally killed a rebel. Meanwhile, the master of SPO and Tails says that even a master of the elements can become cold, and so he's warming himself up. SPO points out that Tails is still wearing the same clothes of his old life, and he says that he still wants to destroy the world for no reason. He looks sad for some reason when his master says that the cure to the poison world is the heroes, and he will watch them carefully with them to orchestrate when the need arises. He says he likes the idea of the need arising, and the story ends with what looks like Tikal complimenting Amy as she finally has a proper hairstyle and is expecting company. This issue is by Ian Flynn, and it's some downtime where Sonic asks Mighty to go liberate Mercia with him, and Fiona predictably brings the rest of the freedom fighters along after trying to get the truth out of Sonic unsuccessfully. That's it, really. Also, Amy has a good hairstyle finally, and Tails and SPO are told once again that their master believes the heroes are the cure to the poisoned world, while Tails is still fixated on destroying it for no reason. Since there's no building on this, and he just kept wanting to do that, it feels like a waste of comic space. He's probably just boringly planning to kill them to get the need to orchestrate because he's a generic evil twin and nothing more.